You are tuned into the Black Nation of Israel. There's a couple of topics that I'm going to discuss. It needs to be a protest against black on black crime in our so-called communities, in the so-called black community. It needs to be a protest against black on black crime. As you can see, as you've seen in the photos earlier of the photo images, there was a 1-year-old baby boy was shot in Chicago by gang members. A 1-year-old baby was shot in Chicago as he was shot in the car with his mother while they was going to the laundromat. While they was going to the laundromat by gang members. And then there was a 9-year-old girl who was shot in old East Dallas by up and coming rappers, wannabe rappers. They was trying to shoot somebody else, but they hit the wrong apartment complex. And they shot through the window and hit and shot and killed a 9-year-old girl, a 9-year-old black girl. These are innocent victims of street thugs and gangsters and wannabe rappers. And then you have this other photo image that I showed about a black female who is celebrating over the fact that her children is being taken away by CPS. She is happy that her children is being taken away. She's just happy that she no longer has to spend money and to take care of those children that she has. That's an unfit mother, a horrible and terrible mother. Really, she wasn't a mother at all, you see. Now, right now, I'm going to talk about these gang members. The gang members, they walk around the community and they drive around the community and they drug dealing. They sell drugs. And then you have these, first of all, they contributing to the drug culture, to the drugs and people overdosing and destroying families from heroin and cocaine. Breaking up cocaine is breaking up black families, okay? They selling weed or marijuana, and what that's contributing to the deterioration of the so-called black community. And then you have these women, these hood rats, like what you just seen in this photo, this, like the woman, that woman that you seen in this photo, the one who's celebrating that her children is being taken away. She's celebrating the fact that she no longer has children. She's a child hater. These are the type of women that get with these drug dealers. And they have children by them. and it's just a never-ending cycle. And then these children of are go will these children will be victims of gun violence, just like what we seen in the photo, the 1-year-old baby boy and the 9-year-old girl. You see. And this is a continuation of a cycle continuing cycle that's going in the so-called black community. They breed with these type of women, the one who hate their children, and these hood rats that get with these drug dealers. You see, this is why we need to protest against black on black crime. You see. And these up and coming rappers, they contributing, these wannabe rappers like that, like these rappers that killed that 9-year-old girl. They contributing to the innocent killing of children and drug dealing in the so-called black communities. It needs to be a protest against these rappers and these up and coming rappers that's in the so-called black community, and against these drug dealers. And it needs to be a protest against black women who mistreat their children. You know, and that's because that's black on black crime too. Because anytime a parent celebrate the fact that their children is no longer with them, that's a form of abuse, and that's a form of child neglect, which is abuse. That's a crime. That's black on black crime too. We need to protest all of that in the so-called black community. That needs to be protested. And these drug dealers that's contributing to the innocent killing of black children and black men, and causing the drugs to break up the black families, getting people hooked on drugs and alcohol and mainly it's cocaine and heroin and weed. All of these drug dealers need to be outcast. We need to treat them as outcasts. They need to be pointed out and no longer interacted with. That's what needs to be done for our people to heal. You see, it needs to be a protest, and they need to be treated as outcasts. You see, all of these gang members and these drug dealers need to be treated as outcasts. And also, why are they not going up against the system of white supremacy? You know, they so busy hating on another black man and want to kill other black men in the so-called black community over little small petty differences. But when it comes to the other races of the people, the pale-faced devils, supremacist system, they cowered up. They begin to be sellouts. You see? They don't want to go up against the system who is oppressing us. But they would rather, they'll take the easy way out. See, they'll go the easy route and kill another black man over something small and petty. You see, that's a coward. That's a coward, and they sellouts. All of these drug dealers are sellouts too. It ain't just the celebrities. These drug dealers is the problem, and these gang members. And then you have the up and coming rappers. We need to protest against them, because only thing they're gonna do is make music just like Lil Uzi Vert. And they're gonna become Satanists for the music industry. You see, they'll become another Lil Uzi Vert, a Young Thug who putting out satanic music. You see. And they need to be treated as outcasts too. If they're gonna put out music that's gonna go against the so-called black community, putting out music that's killing other black men, talking about killing another black man in the hood, and pumping dope, selling dope in the hood, instead of trying to uplift, putting out music, positive messages to uplift the so-called black community. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Until next time, peace.